The board is set. Our player in blue, we'll call them black, has the first move. I've been a bit confused by your back and forth. You've said plenty of times you don't want to be together or be friends, yet you still reach out occasionally. It feels unfair and makes it hard for me to move on. This is the boundary-setting gambit, a powerful high delo opening that immediately takes control of the board by laying out all the facts. An absolute best move. Our player in gray, white, seems caught off guard. They respond with, "I'm busy, run. I'll respond to this later if that's okay." A weak parry. This is just a stalling tactic, trying to delay the inevitable. You can't just pause a match when you're cornered. I'm calling this an inaccuracy. A few hours later, white finally makes their move. I'm genuinely quite bad at no contact. I think I reach out to you without any serious intentions, just being drunk or horny sometimes, I feel. Which I know isn't awesome, but just being honest. Oh, brother. He just revealed his entire weak strategy in one go. Admitting you're just using someone for a late-night ego boost isn't honesty. It's a self-report. This is a catastrophic blunder. Black, seeing the wide-open board, responds with a simple, clean, "Please just leave me alone." Beautiful. No wasted energy, a perfect counter that shuts down all of white's nonsense. A great move. But white isn't done. He plays, "You can just block me," the classic responsibility deflection, a move used exclusively by players with the lowest elo. Instead of acknowledging his bad play, he tries to make it black's problem. This is a huge mistake. Black isn't falling for it. They hit back with, "Do you really have no respect for me?" An excellent move. This is a psychological attack, forcing white to confront the consequences of his actions. You love to see it. White, feeling the pressure, deploys the "I'm not perfect" defense with a two-part text. "It's not that, I'm just not a perfect person and have moments when I am weak," followed by, "It's not like I'm reaching out all the time." We've seen this 1,000 times. It's a textbook excuse, and adding that last line just makes it worse. It's another blunder that does nothing to improve his position. And now for the move of the game. Black unleashes a devastatingly articulate combo. "I understand we all have weak moments, but it's hard for me to feel valued when it seems like I'm just a fallback option. My feelings matter, and I think it would be best for you to stop reaching out so I can move on in peace. I'd rather not have to block you, so I hope you understand." This is it, an absolute masterclass. Black articulates their feelings with the precision of a surgeon, exposing white's breadcrumbing for what it is. Just brilliant. White, clearly rattled, replies, "Yeah, but I can't promise I won't, the same way you reach out every once in a while." He's not only refusing to respect the boundary, but is now attempting a false equivalency, a pathetic attempt at a counterattack, a fatal mistake. Black continues their flawless defense, calmly playing, "Now that I know your reasons, it will be easier for me to ignore your messages and not reach out. Please try your best to respect my space if you don't have good intentions." A solid, logical reinforcement. Black is dismantling white's position piece by piece. A great move. White, in complete denial, responds, "Nothing wrong with my intentions. I'm not pushing anything, but I'll try not to reach out." A delusional move. He's now contradicting his own drunk or horny admission. This player has no cohesive strategy. Another blunder. Black sees the opening for the final blow and takes it. "Your intentions to me feel disrespectful because I don't want to hook up with you and I am trying to still heal and move on." And that's the finishing move. Direct, irrefutable, and leaves white with absolutely no legal moves left on the board. Finally, seeing no way out, white makes their last move. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. This is the verbal equivalent of flipping the chessboard over before storming out. It's a passive-aggressive resignation. White has been completely outplayed. Checkmate. Black wins, another breadcrumber sent back to the lobby. If you want to learn how to put your own Gooner X in checkmate, smash that subscribe button. And if you've got a game of your own that needs analyzing, you know what to do. The form is in the description. All right, That last match showed what happens when you meet emotional weakness with firm logic. But what happens when you open with a polite, simple move and are met with pure, unfiltered aggression? Let's find out. Welcome to our next game, a truly chaotic exchange I'm calling the Birthday Blunderfest. Our player in green, we'll call them Black, opens the match with Happy Birthday, a classic standard book move, the Birthday Gambit. It's polite, it costs nothing, and it's usually a safe play. Usually. Their opponent in gray, White, immediately responds with, "You can take it back." What? That's not a counter move, that's flipping the board on the very first turn. A completely unprovoked attack. This is a catastrophic mistake right out of the gate. Black replies with a simple thumbs-up emoji. A quiet, reserved move. Almost an inaccuracy, showing a bit too much passivity against such aggression. White doubles down with IDC, the I don't care defense. A bold but ultimately idiotic move that just solidifies their terrible board position. Black, trying to make sense of the madness, plays I didn't expect the reply to be too quick. An excellent move. It points out the absurdity of White's immediate hostility without being aggressive itself. White, however, is playing a completely different game. They hit back with a two-move combo. Wow, you even expected a reply? Followed by audacity. Oh, brother, this is textbook villain monologue stuff. White isn't just making bad moves, they're actively trying to lose with as much dramatic flair as possible, a certified blunder. Black parries with expect the unexpected, a decent comeback, a good move that shows they're not going to be easily steamrolled. And here is where White loses whatever was left of their mind. They play, "Can you leave me alone? Thanks in advance." Are you kidding me? You can't start a fire and then ask the other person to stop making it hot. The level of delusion is stunning, a fatal mistake. At this point, Black has had enough. They unleash the nuclear option. Go to hell for all I care. I was just being polite and definitely didn't deserve that. This is no longer chess. This is Black deciding to burn their own king just to take White's pieces with them. A rage-fueled but completely understandable forced move. White delivers what they think is a checkmate, a final villainous speech. "People don't get what they deserve. Welcome to real life." Followed by, also, "Welcome to other side of the table, well-deserved." This isn't a checkmate. This is a player screaming at the board after they've already lost. This game is a certified disaster. There are no winners here. This is a catastrophic draw where the only thing left is ash. All right, that last match was a toxic wasteland. Pure, unadulterated hostility. Let's try to find an ounce of human emotion in our next game. We're moving from a match of pure hate to a match of pure, well, you'll see. Let's reset the board. Our next match is a heartbreaking endgame. Our player in blue, Black, has their opponent saved as Never Again Demon. This should be good. Black opens with a raw two-part question. Why did you tell me you loved me just a week ago? And did you even mean it at all? This is the vulnerable heart gambit. It's an incredibly risky opening that leaves your king completely exposed, but it's honest. The opponent, our demon White, responds with a three-move combo. Of course I did. And I do. I do love you. Okay, a strong defensive maneuver. Reassuring, Black. Or so it seems. But then the follow-up. But after I told you is when my mind went into a frenzy, and because I realized you loved me in a very different way. What does that even mean? This is a masterclass in vagueness. It sounds deep, but it's a smokescreen. It's an explanation that explains nothing. I'm calling this a blunder of clarification. Black, facing this confusing defense, makes a passive but hopeful play. If you ever change your mind, call me. An incredibly risky move. Black is leaving the door open, hoping for a stalemate instead of accepting the loss. If you want to avoid playing against opponents with the emotional range of a toaster, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and check out the submission form in the description. White sees this and plays a devastatingly deceptive move. If I ever change my mind, you'll be the first to know, I promise. This sounds reassuring, but given the context, it's just a way to keep Black on the hook without any commitment, a cruel, hollow promise. And then, silence. A time jump. Until today, at 9:20 a.m., White reappears on the board with a new move. Is it an apology? A declaration of love? No, it's this. Hey, you didn't happen to leave money in my dresser, dude. What? What the hell did I just read? This is without a doubt the most catastrophic, game-ending, emotionally bankrupt blunder I have ever witnessed on this channel. This player went from a deep emotional conversation about the nature of love to a pawn shop transaction. They didn't just blunder their queen, they nuked their own king from orbit. There's no analysis needed here. Checkmate. White has obliterated themselves from the board. Black wins by default.